Chicos, bienvenidos a un episodio más de este su programa, Él y Yo. Yo soy Carmín Comas, no voy a decirle cuántos años tengo, you guys guessed it. Soy una youth leader en mi iglesia y como ustedes saben, en este programa es para divertirnos. Aquí no hay espacio para juzgar, no es un programa de teología, es un espacio en el que nosotros somos libres, compartimos nuestras ideas y cuánto nosotros amamos a Jesús. Yo sé que ustedes se están preguntando, ¿qué hace esta persona aquí? Porque yo usualmente no salgo aquí. Esa es la parte en la que Eliana sale. Pero en este episodio, que será el último de esta temporada, yo tengo el privilegio de take over this whole podcast. Y el día de hoy yo voy a estar haciéndole las preguntas a Eliana, así que yo espero que ustedes lo disfruten. Eliana, bienvenida a tu programa.
Gracias. Oh my God, that was so cute. Like, I was like laughing. Yo no puedo estar seria realmente.
Yo tampoco.
That was so cute. Yeah, guys. Yo sé que usualmente yo soy la que comienzo estos episodios. Yo sé que probablemente estaba un poquito confundido, pero we got something special today. Hey. So.
And all of the sudden, like, te pusiste morena y todo. It was like weird. No puedo imaginarme cómo está la gente como, wait, what?
Yeah,
confused.
Big change. Summertime. Yeah. Guys, I got glasses, cut my hair a little bit.
A whole new personality for the summer.
Exactly.
Una pregunta para Eliana, comenzando. ¿Cómo fue tu día hoy?
Mi día fue bien, porque yo trabajo mucho en la porque es verano, entonces yo trabajo mucho y hoy yo no trabajé, so I was like more relaxed. Y yo fui a mi universidad para arreglar unas cuantas cosas de mi schedule. Yo fui a mi clase de voz y después un día tranquilo, like a little bit stressful because of like college stuff, pero más tranquilo que usualmente lo que estoy haciendo.
Un día tranquilo, hizo como 20 cosas y apenas son como las 8 de la noche. Yeah. Yo no puedo con esta niña. ¿Qué se siente ser Eliana?
Wow. That was like so deep, so quick.
No, like, puede ser cualquier respuesta. I don't know how it feels to be you.
Honestly, voy a decir la verdad, like just to be honest to start, usualmente like what it feels like to be Eliana is just like pressure. Like I just feel so much presión, and that's not even like no necesariamente algo negativo. Porque a veces tener presión no es malo, porque eso significa que tú estás en un lugar que tú tienes responsabilidad and you're a place of honor where you need to be responsible. Pero, I don't know, yo siempre me he sentido que yo no puedo decir cierta cosa, hacer cierta cosa porque me están mirando. No porque hago la cosa por la gente, pero porque yo hago la cosa para representar a Cristo. So I think one of the biggest things about being Eliana, I just feel like there's always so much pressure. And not necessarily from people or specific people, just like myself. Like I put so much pressure on myself, but presión y yo me río de todo. I think everything's hilarious. Not really sure where that came from because I think my parents are pretty chill, even though they're funny. But yeah, I don't know if that's the answer you were looking for.
Yeah, it's okay. It's your answer. ¿Por qué tú te sientes presionada? Like, is there something like deeper?
I mean, like I said, it's like more like yo siempre he sido alguien que I'm very hard on myself. Like I hold myself to a higher standard. Como tú me puedes decir algo y yo te digo, no piense así. Eso no. And then I don't treat myself like that. Like I will say like, no, like I have to do this now. And if I'm not doing it, I'm behind everybody else. And like I'm 18 years old. Like nobody's behind anybody else.
Trust me, yeah.
I don't know. I think that haciendo tanta cosa como tener un podcast que es mío y también dirigir un equipo de adoración y también estar en una escuela en high school cuando donde no había tanto niño cristiano, como toda esa cosa, como they started to build pressure because like I'm not trying to like, but I'm young, like I'm 18 and I'm still trying to figure out who I am as a person, let alone trying to figure out who I am as a leader, who I am as the owner of a podcast, who I am as somebody who should be representing in their class. So I think that, and no siempre es negativo, porque a veces me gusta sentir eso, porque después the decisions I make, like it alters those decisions, and I make sure I don't do anything misrepresentative of Christ. But yeah.
Me causa mucha curiosidad el nivel de presión que tú sientes hacia ti misma, porque I'm a little bit older than her, pero yo te entiendo like, perfectamente, porque también me trato de esa forma.
Claro.
¿Qué tú, en tu relación con Dios, cómo tú entiendes que Dios te ve? ¿Cómo tú entiendes, when you're feeling like pressure, how do you think God sees you?
I think God I have literally, al Señor, I'm literally gonna admit, I've told him, like, I don't know why you picked me. I say that to him. And I know no estamos supuestos a hablarle así al Señor y no es de una
Who
forma.
said that?
Como,
Tú no me has escuchado a mí orar. Si tú crees que we're not supposed to talk to God like that.
I feel like people would be like, you're not supposed to say that to God. You're not supposed to judge him for like it. But seriously, and lately, like, I will literally sit on my bed and be like, I don't know what you're thinking choosing me. Like, I just don't understand. A mí me ha, like, ministrado mucha cosa. And I'm just like, what? Like, me? Like, I just don't. Por eso que yo me identifico mucho con Moisés. Because he was like, what? I don't talk. And that's how I feel. Like, I mean, El Señor, sí, he qualifies because, like, when I was 14 is when I first started singing on the worship team, and I was not trying to do that. And now it's like, I can't imagine my life without it. I love singing, and I have grown. But, like, every time something new comes, yo creo que en ese momento de presión, like, God sees me exactly as what he says that I am, como llamada, escogida, realeza, you know, perfect, made in my image. But for me, I'm just like, I'm not sure. Like, I know you don't make mistakes, but, like, I don't know. Like, me, I don't know.
I think I know.
Yeah.
Well, me voy a atrever a decir por qué yo creo que él te escogió a ti. Are you ready? Porque tú eres obediente. Like, a lot of people have the calling, y obviamente Dios tiene un propósito con cada quien, pero no todo el mundo, en especial a tan, like, edad, tan pronta edad, dicen como que, you know what, like, I'm gonna give up on everything else and I'm gonna focus on God. So, and he will honor that, definitely. And he's doing it right now, because I see, like, tú cargas mucha como gracia y mucha gloria de Dios, and it's really cute, it's really inspiring to others, and I think that's why.
Guys, she's making me cry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but that is, like, that actually makes a lot of sense, because yo misma he hablado mucho en mi podcast de la obediencia. I got it?
Yes.
Obediencia, that, like, there's nothing that God loves more than obedience, because being in, like, a secular place, living in a place like the world, is so difficult to be obedient, because especially, like you said, like, being young, because it's like, sometimes I'm like, it's just me. Like, there's nobody else. Like, I have, like, given up friendships, relationships, like, just things that, like, normal teenage girls, like, get to do. Like, I don't get to do them. Not because I can. Like, nobody is stopping me. My mom's not, like, crazy strict. Like, nobody is stopping me. But it's, like, I have that conviction. Like, no matter what, like, I can put myself in those situations, but I still don't feel like I can't be here. I can't do this. So it's just, like,
that's so beautiful. I really, really hope people watching are being inspired by this.
Me too.
Porque en esta cultura, especialmente, you have so much access to, like, sin, que es tan fácil tú
So
fallarle a
easy.
Dios. People won't even know. Like,
And normalized.
yeah, like, it's like you want to do whatever you want to do, and that's fine.
Like,
Nobody's going to talk about it. Like,
you go, girl.
Al contrario, tú vas a encontrar gente que va a ser como, oh, you want to try this or that? Like, here it is.
Like, go on.
And, like, to be faithful to God in this generation is, like, extremely hard. And
It
just,
is.
you know, seeing you doing it is really inspiring. Yo sé que el Señor va a honrar eso. Next question before she starts crying, because then I'm going to cry too. Okay. Tú mencionaste hace rato que tú estás en la transición de comenzar la universidad. And
Yes.
That's really exciting. De hecho, este programa posiblemente sea el último de una temporada.
Yes.
¿Cuáles son tus expectativas para this new season?
Bueno, como ella dijo ahora mismo, yo no quiero decir que esto es el último, like she said, temporada, because I think that this is such a beautiful thing God gifted me, and I would never like to just throw it away. Pero por ahora mismo, while I'm navigating my way to figure out college and just how I'm going to figure all this out, it's going to be a pause. So, but realmente para ir a la universidad, yo también voy a vivir allá. So that's also a different thing, because going into college is a new season, but then living in college is, like, also a new season. So, estoy nerviosa. También estoy bien, like, excited. I'm very emocionada. Like, I'm ready. Like, I think it's going to be fun. Y también yo voy a estudiar creative writing. So, like, English. And I love reading. I love writing. So, I think it will be, like, so... I think it can complement my ministry, because, like, it can so help. And I'm also going to minor in psychology. So I'm just really excited to see, like, how God can use that for my my ministry, not just my ministry, but just my representation of him in general, because I feel like being in a place of psychology where it's like the sciences of the world, where sometimes they could try to tell you like, no, this needs to be fixed with medication, or no, this needs to be fixed, but you know more. You know more, and everybody knows that I'm not opposed, and I believe in mental health, and that I've talked about this on here. So I just think that being in a place where I can just help other people, and then also, you know, I'm very bad at math. I'm not good at that, but I am super good at reading and writing, and that's something that I think that if God gifted me something like that, I should be able to let it flourish and grow. And yo creo que una cosa más, porque yo estaba mirando un colegio que es cristiano, but I didn't go there. Like, I got in, and they actually will not leave me. Like, they still keep sending me messages and stuff. Pero yo escogí this one, and it's just like a regular school. And I think one of the biggest things I'm looking forward to and hoping, like, expectativas, is like being a light in like the darkness, even though I know how lonely that feels. Like, I have to mentally prepare myself for that. But I've always like been in places that are not necessarily Christian, or like I've always been in secular settings, and it is lonely. But I have experienced so many people's lives changing, not because of me, but because of God's work through me. And I just am looking forward to that, because college is young adult, and I feel like young adults are often overlooked in their struggle. Like, ages like 19 to 25, like, people, I think they doubt how much they can really struggle. I'm not even 19 yet, so I don't really know. But I'm sure that people ages 19 to 25, like, that's that college area, have just as much struggle as us teenagers or adults older than that. So I think those are like my 3 things.
You just remind me of this Bible verse that talks about how la luz, because you mentioned how you feel like you're going to be like kind of like the light in the darkness.
Yeah.
Y la Biblia habla de como una luz no se pone, como que no se esconde, sino que tú lo pones visible. And I have seen you like in your social media, like todo lo que cosa que tú haces en la escuela. And it's really cute to see that even though it feels lonely, and even though maybe you don't have like intimate friends, tú eres una luz donde tú estás. Like, I saw a TikTok que todo el mundo estaba como, vota por Eliana. I was like, okay, girl, you go, girl. So, ver que Dios, incluso que aunque sea como difícil y aunque sea solitario, ver cómo Dios honra lo que tú haces para él y cómo tú decides ser luz, and like take even the hard way, porque tal vez en la escuela cristiana is just easier, like everybody there, it's supposed to
We're
share
all
like your
the
convictions,
same, right?
Pero tú decides literalmente ir donde realmente la gente lo necesita, and that's really inspiring.
Y así que yo le dije a mi mamá, like, yo no quiero ser luz con la luz porque ya hay luz. Like, God bless the light, but I think that we need to be recruiting people for his kingdom. So I want to be, even though it is hard, because it is so ironic that you mentioned that. Nobody has ever noticed that about me. Yo creo que if you look at my Instagram, you might be like, oh my gosh, she has so many friends. She's so like, wow, like, no, yo sí me envuelvo mucho. Like, I did cheerleading. I was class president. I did, a lot of like different activities in school. So I was very involved, pero that doesn't mean, you know, like, there were so many nights, like, I've talked about it on here, and especially now that I'm out of high school, I don't really care. But like, I've been out of high school for like 2 months. You won't even
be seeing them anymore,
exactly,
so it's fine.
Like,
you can talk about them.
Pero I remember like cheerleading, like esa noche, like Friday nights, I would be so sad because todo el mundo se iba pa, you know,
party
wherever, and I and I would be in my room by myself watching it on my phone, and I'd be like, wow, pero pa qué que yo me puse a hacer esto, since if I wasn't even gonna like have the full experience. And I would struggle. That's why ellos saben que antes yo hacía Friday night worship on my YouTube. I never said this, but it's because I was always by myself on Friday, so I just started doing that on YouTube. But it was the worst, like, and I lost so many friends because like I had so many friends starting high school, because nobody really does anything starting high school. Y después, the older you get, la gente se comienza a hacer cosas diferentes. And I didn't. Like, and I remember I told God, like, I lost all my friends. Like, they just stopped talking to me. And I was just like, but it was just funny because it's like God is very cool about it, because no one really hated me. Like, no one was like, oh my God, I hate her, she's so annoying. Like, everybody like loved me, but I still didn't have any friends. Like, everybody had something. No one ever had anything bad to say about me. Nadie hablaba mal de mí. Nadie me trataba mal. I didn't experience any, but I didn't have friends. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Completely.
Like, everybody was good to me, but nobody was my friend, because, you know what I mean? Like, what are we going to do with her? Go to church? Like,
I know.
So it's like, Pero otra vez, nadie me trató mal. Yo tuve una experiencia linda in high school. I will always say that. Like, nobody, it was lonely, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm being bullied. Like, it was fine. But I remember, like, one experience that I had with God, I was really mad. Like, cuando yo tenía 16, yo puedo decir que ese fue el tiempo más difícil of my life so far. Like, when I was 16, I was just really running from being called. Like, I didn't want to. Like, when I was 17, I accepted it, even though it was lonely. But when I was 16, I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, I don't want to. Like, I just don't want to do it. And toda mi amistades just, like, left. I had like, a big group, literally everybody. And I remember I understood and I told God, like, realmente yo creo que tú me lo tenías que quitar, porque si tú no me lo quitara, I wasn't going to let them go. Like, if they didn't hurt me like they did I was never going to let them go. Like, I know some people have the strength to be like, okay, like, now I do. Now I have convictions where I'm like, this relationship isn't fruitful. I need to cut it off. But back then, I would have never done that. I would have never acknowledged that this isn't aligning with my path with God, so I'm going to cut it off. Like, so he had to do it. So that's, like, one thing that I do remember, like, a lot.
I'm really glad God did that. I mean, not like, don't get me wrong. I'm
No,
not
I'm
happy
glad he
about
did
like
it too.
the whole process.
It did
Pero
change.
es lindo que cuando, maybe when you don't have like the strength to like say no to certain things, or like,
I didn't.
you know, to get out of that group because, you know, it's not helpful, just helpful in general.
He's so merciful.
God is like, you know what? I'm going to do it for you. And
He's
you're
so
going to be lonely,
merciful.
so you can come to me and
Right?
meet me and, you know,
Porque él no,
depend on
he doesn't have to help us. He could be like, okay, si tú te quieres perder, do it. Like, he doesn't have to. But when he sees us drifting, he comes after us. And, like, sometimes we're like, are you serious? Like, can you leave me alone, please? Like,
Yeah,
can you leave me alone?
totally.
But it's because he loves us. Like, I know. And it was for my good because it did change my life. But at the time, I was like, oh, okay.
Why? Like, why me? I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
Next question. How do you think God has been preparing you for this new season? You already told me your expectations, but how do you think like God has been kind of working in your life
I think
until this point?
cuando se trata de la tema de cambio, like everything changing, because my school and like my home life changing because I'm moving is not the only change. Like, I have some people que yo soy bien cerca de ellos que se están mudando por un tiempecito, mis pastores. And I don't even want to start crying. I'm such a mess about it because my pastors are like my second parents. Like,
oh my God, I'm sorry.
and no, yeah. And it's for a beautiful cause. Ellos se van para hacer misiones in Dominican Republic. So
But rude, they're leaving, though.
Yeah, they're still leaving.
Yeah.
Pero ellos vuelven, pero like in a year and a half. So it's still a lot. And so much can change in a month. So imagine a year and a half. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to build a school there in San Luis. It's so beautiful. I did visit in April. And it's been really hard for me because mis pastores were really the start of, like, my whole ministry. Like, when I moved churches when I was 14, yo estaba como media rebelde. I was like, I don't want to go to church. Church hurt me. I don't want to deal with church. I don't like the way church made me feel in the past, so why would I want to go to a new one? Like, I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just not interested in singing. And my pastor practically pushed me on the altar. He's like, you're going to sing. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like, these people will not stop texting me. Like, they need to leave me alone. But now I'm like, oh my God.
Now
like,
she's crying because they're
can't
leaving.
imagine. Like, everything I have is obviously because of God, but my pastors would be right second place. Like, the support I had from my pastors, it's sickening. Like, I can't even, like, think about it right now. I'm so sad. But I know it's for a good cause, and I know, like, they'll be visiting and stuff, but that's a change. And then, obviously, like I said, I'm moving. My friends that I do have, I don't have many friends, but I do have some that God blessed me with. And, like, just to know I'm not going to go to school with them anymore. And we're all going, some of them are going to Rhode Island. Some of them are going to, you know, the other side of Massachusetts. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And it's just so much change. Like, I won't have these Thursdays anymore. And, like, Monday nights, it won't be worship practice anymore. Like, it's so much change in so many different areas. And I'm just so, like, I think God is preparing me in the way of, like, change is good. Change is part of the process. Like, you're not going to be in high school forever. You need to, like, and I think that that's one of the main ways God has been preparing me, is just telling me, como, slow down. Like, today, I was like, I don't know what I'm even going to do. And then she came and she gave me this beautiful idea. Like, that's just, like, And I was praying. I was like, God, like, I don't even know what to do. Because, like, I tried to have you on my podcast before, and it didn't work out so many times. And I was like, why does stuff like this always happen to me? Like,
I think this was the perfect time.
I think this might have been the reason that it never worked out in the first place. Like, honestly. But I think God has just been teaching me to slow down because he will work it out. Because yo tengo un problema, yo lo he hablado en este podcast, de control. Like, I always want to be in control. Like, of my emotions, of other, like.
Okay, I feel like we're the same person. Like, I don't want to interrupt you,
No,
but every
go
time
ahead.
you talk, I'm like, oh my God, I'm just the same.
A
little bit older, though.
Girl, if I go to Wendy's and they don't have what I want, I'm literally going to start crying. Like, I need to, like, it's not, and it's, I think it has a lot to do, and it's, like, my emotions, like, and that's a problem, because cuando tú le sirves al Señor, tú no puedes siempre querer estar en control. Like, that's not
Actually, you will never be in control.
You never will. So why are you fighting it? And that's my problem. And I also have a problem with, like, I'm just very independent. I like to do my own things by myself. I like to do, and that's, why are you pushing God away? Like, girl, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Like, and so I think God is just teaching me to slow down, reminding me that I can't always be in control. That sometimes it is what it is. Like, that's it. This is what it is, and that's it. And you cannot change it. Like, I always used to pray, and I did get better at a point of not being in control, and I used to pray, like, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and give me the courage to change what I can. Give me the wisdom to know the difference, because I'm always just freaking out about things I cannot control. So I think that's the main thing God is trying to tell me right now. Like, you can't control this. It's changing. So deal with it. That's, I think those are the two things God is trying to teach me.
The beautiful thing about the season that you're in right now is that at the end, of course not right now, like right now it's going to be a lot, but over time you're going to feel like God is going to show you how he was with you through everything. And like,
absolutely,
it's going to make sense in the long run.
It always makes sense in the end. Like, if you would have told me when I was 16 that God was, I would have been like,
what are you talking about?
But looking back now, everything was put into place perfectly. The exact friends I lost, when I see what's going on now, I'm like, okay, this makes so much sense. Like, God freed me before it even happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, are you kidding me? Now I'm by myself. But I would have been in a dark mess. Like, so many things that I lost make so much sense now. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to tell myself. Like, in a year, in a 2, you're going to look back and be like, okay, now I get it.
Él lo ha hecho antes, él lo va a seguir haciendo, él va a seguir siendo fiel. Siempre, siempre, siempre. The other question is, has God spoken to you through a specific scripture where, or like any experience with him lately in this season?
Yes. So I have been having trouble, like, because sometimes I feel like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves reading the Bible. Like, oh my gosh, like I have to study it, or I have to like read this exact thing, or I have to read it in order and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's not the point. And I'm guilty of that myself. Like, oh, I have to do this and I have to memorize. Like, no, like, and I think that I remember reading something that when you read the Bible, sometimes you don't necessarily understand what you're reading sometimes.
Most of the time you don't really understand.
Like, I'm just like,
it doesn't even make sense. You're like, what?
And a veces tú no te recuerdas de lo que tú leíste ayer. A veces tú no te recuerdas. But I remember reading something that said, tú no te recuerdas lo que tú comiste para la cena el lunes, pero if you didn't eat it, you would have remembered that feeling. Definitely. If you didn't eat it, you would have gone nauseous, or you would have gotten sick or malnourished. So let's imagine you don't eat for weeks. You're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to die. So it's like, if I don't eat for weeks, spiritually, I'm going to be weak. So it's like, I told myself, read it. Like, I've been struggling a little bit because I just be like, I don't even know. Like, I used to have such organized ways to do it. And I used to have like this way and this way and this way. And the other day, I'm not sure how I even got here. Like, I don't remember. But I was studying James chapter 1. And I had never read the book of James. I'm not going to sit here and lie. Like, I have never opened the book of James, like, genuinely. And the verse that stuck out to me was rejoice in suffering. And when I read the verse that says, no one undergoing a trial should say, I am being tempted by God, since God is not tempted by evil, and he himself doesn't tempt anyone. But each person is tempted when he is drawn away and enticed by his own evil desire. Then after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. And when sin is fully grown, it gives birth to death. So I thought about the same exact thing that I was just talking about. Sometimes when we're going through stuff, we're like, oh my gosh, God is testing me. But sometimes, and the main verse here is rejoice in suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we suffer and we're upset about it, obviously, naturally. Obviously, we're going to be upset about it. And when people suffer, we tell them it's going to be okay. Or like when people are sick, we say like, get well soon. But God tells us to rejoice when we're suffering. So right now, like this spoke to me. I was reading it a few days ago and it was just telling me right now, yes, I'm struggling. I am. I do not know what's going on. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I should rejoice in that. Rejoice in the fact that you don't know what's ahead of you. Take that and get comfortable with God. Verse 2 says, "Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing." So it's like if we don't go through these experiences, our faith will never be tested and we will never have endurance. So it's like if I just am always having a good time, how am I going to help anybody? Or how am I going to help my relationship with God? So James chapter 2, I mean, I could go on and on about it. I had a great
This girl
time.
is a preacher.
Oh my God.
She is in denial right now. We're working on it. We're going to pray for it. But like, watch. She's going to see this video like 5 years from now. And that's going to be my next question, by the way. And she will see that I'm here prophesying over her life. That she's going to be a preacher, a pastor.
She said this earlier and I was like, why are you saying
Girl,
that? This is coming from the same girl who starts every video. I'm not a preacher or a theologist, but like...
I'm the one starting it today, so...
Okay, that was good. That was good. I'll give you the high five. Okay, yeah, but that's what I had going on.
You remind me of esta frase que anda por ahí en las redes, que es como, ¿cómo vas a conocer al Dios sanador si no pasas por enfermedad? Or like, how you gonna know the God who's a provider if you're not going through like a financial like issue or something?
Exactly.
Y muchas de las cosas que nos pasan no siempre son una prueba de que, oh, God wants to see how faithful you are. It's just life and like his way of kind of like, como trabajar con nosotros y moldear nuestro carácter para nosotros poder servir a otros. Y hasta mejorar nuestra relación con Dios, porque how do you go deeper in God si tú no atraviesas un
It's
proceso?
impossible.
Like, usually when you're fine, like you don't really pray, like you don't really.
And
God is like, girl, I miss you. So,
blocked. And when you don't feel conviction, that's a dangerous place to be. Like,
definitely.
When you're in a position where you don't feel conviction, you need to wake up. You shouldn't be like, oh wait, like what I'm doing is not bad because I don't feel convicted. No, you're not locked in. That's like, why you
danger,
don't feel.
run for your life.
You need to go. Like the conviction, the heavier conviction you feel, the more sensible you are to the Spirit and the way that you are, the relationship you have with God. So it's like if you're in a place where you're not feeling conviction, you're in trouble.
My God. Yes, you are in big trouble. How Eliana see herself in 5 years?
5 years.
Maybe that's too long. Let's say 3 years.
23 for 5 years. 3 years, I'll be... Oh my God, am I counting wrong? I'm embarrassed. No, I'll be 23 in 5 years.
Yeah.
And in 3 years, I'll be 21. Okay. Where I hope to see myself if I continue where God wants me, because I feel like another thing that we don't like to talk about is like sometimes nobody thinks about what would happen if you didn't stay on the paths of God. Like you need to make sure you think about both of them because you don't want to go down the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like embarrassed. Like I don't want to say like anything that's like, oh yeah, then we're gonna come back in 5 years.
I don't think people would do that because, I mean, who are us to like...
Facts.
If you see my list, I'm really, really far from where I thought I was going to be at this age. And it's fine because I'm where God wants me to be. So you can have like the expectation or like the goal to be in a certain place, but then
I hope to have released some kind of music.
Oh my God, yes.
Some way, somehow, in God's timing. If that's not God's timing, then that's fine. And I just hope to be a stronger woman in general. Like I just hope to be the kinds of woman that obviously things will always phase us, but I think that I am phased so easily right now. Like things knock me down very easily, and I definitely am so much better than I used to be, but I don't think I am still. And obviously, like I said earlier, I'm hard on myself, so I'm kind of not the person to be trusting here talking about myself. But I think that I just pray that God can make me a woman of endurance where, like, I am just strong. Like, I am just able to, like, when the enemy tries to come at me, I'm just like, okay.
Bye.
You're good. Like,
not
I don't
today.
Not today. Like, go away. Like, that type of thing. Because I think that I definitely have my days like that. But other days, like, I'd be ready to like give up. Like, I'm just like, and obviously we'll all always have those days, but music wise, I hope to just be flourishing in that area. I hope that God continues to give me just all the traits that a worship leader should carry, just that he continues to teach me how to lead a congregation into worship, because I think the thing a lot of worship leaders forget is that worship without anointing or like without a relationship with God is just you making noise. It's not, it's just you singing. It's not worshiping. And I think that it doesn't matter how pretty your voice is. If it's not wrapped around with God, it doesn't matter. So I just pray that I keep my eyes on the prize, because I feel like on God, because I feel like once we start to get the things that God promised us, sometimes people forget where they even started.
Yeah.
And I remember God telling me one time to never forget where I started. I don't ever, like, I've told God so many times, if you need to keep me at the bottom with nothing so I can stay humble, then keep me like that, because I never want to be proud. I never want to be prideful. So I hope that I am twice the humble girl that I am today, like 3 times more. I don't think you can ever be too humble, for real. I love humility.
Yeah.
I have like a big issue with people that have egos. Like,
I know. I think God does too.
I think,
Like,
yeah.
Last time I remember, he sent some people from up there when they start acting a little pride.
Oh,
so,
right.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm hoping for that music wise. I hope. What am I gonna be? 23?
Yeah.
I think that's too early.
No, 21, because I said
20.
5 and then
Okay,
3.
wait, yeah. I don't want to be married by 21. That's kind of early. But I want to get married like young. But I want to have a family like later. I have this Bible. I'm actually gonna give it to my daughter. Like,
That's
I already.
so cute.
So I always write her notes in here and stuff. And like, I've had this since I was 14. So it's like building up. And then I just got a journal for college. So I would just give her all that stuff. So I know I'm like 18. You guys probably like, all right, like,
it's fine.
But that's like my dreams. Like, I already know her name. Like, I talk to God about her all the time. So she's gonna be awesome. I already know. And she's gonna be
so cute.
Yeah. So yeah, 21's too early. I'm not trying to get married at 21. Like, nobody,
so boy, bye.
Nobody come over here. But yeah, and hopefully doing well in college. Hopefully I will be able to provide for my parents a little more the way they provided for me. I know that's still a little young. My parents have given me so much, and I just want to be able to like just bless them the way they have blessed me. And let me add one more thing. Let me see. I hope to be more wise, like have more discernment, because I feel like I have it, but sometimes it's too late. Like, I have it and I'm like already in the situation, or I already became friends with this person, or I already told this person something, because I feel like sometimes my heart overrides my discernment. So I'm like too nice, or I let people walk over me, or I like let the wrong people into my heart and space. So I just hope to be more careful about who I allow into my life.
That's really good. I'm pretty sure the Holy Spirit will give you the discernment. I'm pretty sure. You were talking about earlier how you're going to go for college to do writing.
Yeah.
And what was the exact thing?
So creative writing, which is English, but it's like a concentration in creative writing. And then I'm going to minor in psychology.
Do you see yourself writing a book?
Yes.
Because I see you writing. Like, I can, oh my God.
I want to write so many books, like, on my experiences. But there's like this one book that I already started writing. Like, it's so like, it's nothing. It's like,
she's only 18, like, mind you.
But I want to just write. I just feel like all these things God has like allowed me to go through cannot just be like left to like, I feel like so many girls and boys can like just, I don't know, but definitely that is like a big yes. Like, I know a lot of things you say, I'm like, okay, no, but that I would love to write a book.
Oh my God, I would love to read it. Like, I will read it, and I will be there like, en cuando estén firmando el libro, I'll definitely be there.
Oh my God.
This girl's a pastor, like.
Oh my gosh, here she goes.
Oh my god. I ran out of questions. So, I don't know. Do you see yourself coming back to this area to leave, or like moving
like this city where I live?
Yeah.
Honestly, I see myself like whenever people, and this is literally like, I promise this is not like a dream of mine, this is just what happens to me. So many people have asked me that question, like, are you gonna, like, where do you see yourself living? And I always say I don't know, because I feel like I'm gonna be everywhere. Like, I always say like I don't know, because I want to be like traveling and like sharing God's word and like singing and like being able to just, because I have so many different areas of that I love. Like, I love recording podcasts, and I love writing, and I love worship leading, but I also love doing like, I would love to do like conferences for teenage girls. And I just like have so many different things that I would love to just incorporate all over the US and maybe in other countries. So when people ask me like, where do you want to live? Like, I really don't know, because I just don't know where God is going to take me. So I just don't know. But I feel like I will obviously always come home. I will always come home to church, come home to my parents, but zero clue. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be here in 3 years
I
or
really
not.
love that you're open to like whatever God wants for you, because that's like the
am.
hardest thing for people.
It's scary. And then when it comes, I'm like, wait, I didn't know you meant all that. I thought you were just me. But I do always realize how much I love it and how much I'm made for it, even when I'm like, okay, maybe not. So I am open.
Do you ever have a time of like to do nothing, like a rest time? For real. Not today. Today doesn't count.
Not really.
Because she was off work, but then she did like 100 things.
Honestly, that's a really great question. And like my mom always tells me about that, because I really do not. And I probably should. Like, I do get irritated and impatient and like upset easily, because I don't really have time for me. Like, I make time for everything and everyone, but the only time I get to rest is like when I sleep at
Which is like 3 hours a day.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I can tell.
Literally,
Yeah.
I always stay up super late, because that's the only time I get to myself. Like, if I work early, or if I have church, or if I have a place that I have to sing, so many different things I have to do, or like a flight or something, like I like to take those hours of the night to myself, because that's all I have. But I should. My dad said the same thing. You need to find a day that you do nothing, but it's just like there's so much to do. So
if you do have that time, like that day, let's say you have 2 days of everything just for yourself, what would you do?
I had 2 days off. First of all, somebody would have to take my phone away, because I would be like so worried about the things that I would have to do that like I wouldn't even like. I just always have like a to-do list. But I think I love the beach. Like, I love it, and I feel like I love the beach. We need to go to the beach together.
Not here though.
No.
I mean, we can do it here.
The beach here, I don't know if you're gonna call me crazy, but I swim in the water here, like under, and I swim, like I go.
There's no way. It's too cold.
I do, like I jump in the water and everything.
I mean, I don't swim anywhere. Like, I just don't like to get into the water.
No,
but here, like, definitely no.
No, it's kind of gross, honestly, and it's freezing. It's not really enjoyable. But the other day I went to this beach. It was far from here with my sister, and I was in the water for like 45 minutes by myself. She was like, she went back to her seat, and I was like using the waves to like surf myself. And she was like, "Oh my God, you're like a little kid." Like, literally. I was having, but I could do that forever. Like, if I had a day to myself, I would go to the beach, bring my like journals, because I love writing. I write poetry, like I write stories. So I would love to do that, and I love listening to music. Like, I love having my headphones on, and I love to like eat snacks and just like watch my little romantic movies, and I love reading too. So I would bring my books, all the stuff I don't have time to do, like write music or like write stories, the stuff that I love but never have time to do. Like, I know I'll be at work sometimes, like while the kids are sleeping, I'll like start writing really quick, or I'll read really fast, like, but then they wake up, they need, because working with kids, you can never like.
I work with kids.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
and you do pre-K, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have time for
I do ages
to breathe.
6 to 13.
Oh my God.
So they're not like, they're just mean to me. Like, they're just mean.
Mine's
like
mean too.
They're mean.
You'll be
like,
surprised. Like 4 and 5 year olds, they're the meanest.
I have a 5-year-old and he's mean to me. So
and when they get mad at me, they're like, "I'm not your friend." I'm like, "We're not even friends. I'm your teacher. What are you talking about?"
And that's like the biggest thing to them. Like, I'm not your friend anymore. Like,
they're like, they like.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they knock you out with that.
They do, and I'm just like, okay, but that's another thing. I won't be working at my job anymore, and even though my job is stressful, it is something I've had stable for the past 2 years. So that's another change. So it's just like, if I had those 2 days, it would be like beach, probably somebody that would make me laugh a lot, because I love laughing. Like, nothing makes me feel better than being able to laugh, and just like my books, my pens, my writing, and music. Just like being able to listen to it, not just sing it, because I'm always singing. I never get to enjoy it. So, like,
I was gonna say that. Is it hard for you to like enjoy music or like songs in general when you're a musician? Not a musician, but like a singer.
Not necessarily. I love it. Like, I could listen to music all the time. I think definitely you focus on it differently. Like, I hear all the stuff in the back. I don't just focus on the lyrics. Like, I hear like, okay, like the drums, that everything is like, I'm paying attention to it. But church wise, sometimes it is hard. Like, you just want to receive sometimes, but you're always giving. Like, you know, like sometimes, like on Sunday, this past Sunday, I said to God before I always pray at the altar and I just read from my Bible. And I was telling God, like, I literally feel like I'm pouring from an empty cup today. I don't know how to like feed this congregation today. I don't know because I need it. So I don't even know. And I understood God telling me, like, you're not here to bring me here. You're here to remind them that I'm already here.
Oh my God.
Like, you're not here to bring me or to invite me. This is my house. Like,
first of all, you're in my house.
You're
This
in
is
my
my
house.
place.
Exactly. Like, worship leaders, you are not at church to bring God. You're there to remind everybody that he's already there. God is already in the room. You just need to remind everybody. You don't need to bring him down from heaven. You don't need to say a bunch of things to convince everybody that God is here. All you need to do is remind everybody of his presence. And so I started singing this one song. I was singing Tengo hambre de ti,
Oh my God.
which is an old song, but it's very,
So cute.
it never
Yeah.
gets old to me. And I usually don't sing old songs, but I was just like, what do I even do right now? Like, it was very spontaneous. It was a last minute decision. And it was special. Like, I received so much from that moment. I know so many people received for the glory of God. And I understood saying, like, it doesn't matter if your cup is empty. Like, it's not you. My cup could be empty, but his water is overflowing. Like, his cup is overflowing. So it doesn't matter if my cup is empty. If he wants to do what he has to do, like, he's going to do it. So even though as a worship leader it is hard sometimes, I wouldn't trade it. It's nice when I get to go to other churches and, like, receive or go to concerts. Like, I think Idol Worship is coming here in a few weeks and I want to go. So I can just, like, I just love seeing, like, the songs that I sing in church, like, just in real life like that. But yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned how God literally spoke to you y te dijo como, recuérdales que yo estoy aquí. Because I feel there's a lot of pressure in, like, worship leaders from the church. Because the church, they think, like, you're there to kind of, like, help them connect with God. And I'm like, you're supposed to do your part. This is, like,
Exactly.
I'm
like,
just doing mine in public. Like, it's like you're sharing your, like, worship to God with us.
We're just
but
doing
at
it
the
together.
End, exactly.
Like, I tell God because my mom and my brother have walked in on me. Like, it used to be embarrassing. Now it's just what it is. But, like, I'll be in my headphones jumping around my room, like, worshiping God. And they used to be like, what is even going on right now? But I told God, like, just like it's me and you in my room. And they're just here too. Like, we're all together. And have you ever heard somebody say, like, oh, I didn't like the worship today?
That's, like,
the worship wasn't good today.
You can tell someone is not, like, in the right place in the relationship with God when they say that.
Exactly.
But, like, when they start noticing, like, el sonido no salió bien, or, like, I didn't like it, that persona hizo
that
eso. I'm
person's
like,
song.
who are you here for?
She can't sing that well. She's not. It's not about us. Like, we're just there because we were chosen to lead worship. Okay. And yeah, some people, they really ignite that fire. But I know this girl in my church that she is so full of God. I have seen her through every season of all the worship people we have had on this altar, all the people that have gone up and down. No matter who is on that altar, she has her encounter with God. No matter who is singing, whether they're singing bad, whether están en pecado, whatever, because that's another thing. It's dangerous to be on the altar.
I know.
But she has her cup full no matter who is leading because she has her personal experience with God.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sometimes they're like, oh, like, what's going on? But I don't like when people are like, I didn't like the worship today, because I'm like, well, good thing it wasn't about you.
Literally.
Because, like,
I mean, go to a concert, like,
go to a concert.
like, turn on YouTube or something.
If you want to be impressed by a performance, go to a concert, because it's not a performance and it's not to impress you.
And I feel like more people are gonna be, like, kind of holy and will enjoy ministry if we, as, like, the church, because I don't think, like, if we take off the pressure of, like, we have to feel something if you're up there. Not really.
No.
Actually, we are the ones who are supposed to, like, kind of, like, create the environment for God to, like, because we are the one who needs, like, God.
And I understand the pressure is real. Like, I was talking about pressure this whole time. Like, on Sunday, I was, like, freaking out. I was like, oh my God, like, I just don't feel like I'm, and I was like, why? God was like, you need to relax. Like, it's not about you at all. Like, it's not. If people don't feel something, that's fine. It has nothing to do with you. And I feel like we also get nervous because of that, because of how people talk, like, oh, I didn't like the worship today. Something must be wrong with her. Something must be going on with her because I didn't feel anything today. And it's like, no, like, sometimes we just need to have our hearts. So this is the same thing with my mom. She has always had a good time in worship, no matter what and my mom always knows what's going on because I'm her daughter. So I always tell her everything that goes on in the worship team, and she still has her encounters with God no matter who's leading, because she's not worshiping us. So it's like my mom might know that I talked really bad to her this morning and I wasn't listening to her last night. But when I'm leading up there, she knows that it's not me singing. It's just God. You know what I mean? And so I just think, yeah, that's like the pressure is real. And I think that it should be taken off a little bit because I feel like, especially now with social media and all these famous singers and stuff, everybody's like freaking out, trying to like, and I'm just like, okay.
I feel like we have done ministry like a career. And don't get me wrong, like I love que las iglesias usualmente como americanas son súper organizadas.
Yes,
they pay
I
their
love
pastors.
it too.
They can be like full-time in church and all of that. Pero se ha hecho literal like a whole career and a calling, not something that you do because you want to do it, because you feel like God called you to do it. And you were literally designed for that. And we're just doing ministry for like likes, you know, views, like to get like attention from people, like como ser famosos. And that's a dangerous place to be, again, because nos podemos perder como tan fácilmente.
We forget the point.
Completely.
So fast.
And you stop enjoying what you do. You stop enjoying God. And
It becomes
sometimes
a job.
that's why a lot of people, and that's another, like, es otro podcast, pero por eso hay mucha gente que está leading worship and like doing ministry in general en pecado, con una doble vida, porque they have created like this image of like, I am this person, and if I show like who I really am, or like if I tell people that like I'm going through a hard time with God or whatever, I'm gonna lose everything that I have, which is really bad, porque tú estás perdiendo como la gente o el ministerio que tú tienes o la fama que tú tienes, but you're actually losing God.
Exactly.
Like, sometimes we like perdemos a Dios, como dice la Biblia, ganamos el mundo, pero perdemos nuestra
That's great.
alma.
And the whole point is God. Like, we're
Literally.
worship leaders. Like, if you were a singer in the world, okay, like maybe if you don't want to lose your followers, that's all you have. That's the point. But for us, it's like that's not the point. When I have this post on my Instagram that's like a picture of a girl with her phone and it's Jesus in front of her and she's showing him the phone and she put tienes un nuevo seguidor, because it's for him. Like, my followers belong to you. My followers follow me because I'm representing you. My followers aren't following Eliana. That's not my goal. So it's like,
and you don't want that pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
I don't want,
You will sin, you will like,
would never.
tú vas a decepcionar a la gente, tú vas a hacer cosas que maybe people don't like.
I would never want people like worshiping me because or following me, because like, guys, I would feel so like scared to make a move. I would be like this the whole time because
and then people will judge you because you're not doing anything. So it's like,
it's just,
nunca vas a poder complacer.
it's a lose-lose.
Literally.
So yeah, that is another episode. I already know when I get back in this, I know exactly who I'm gonna call.
Oh my God.
For
thank you. I'm happy to be here.
I would be happy to have you here too. Me too. So are you gonna say goodbye or am I gonna say
You can say goodbye. I'll give you the time.
Okay, guys. Well, clearly we had this fun new episode and I'm so blessed and grateful to God for the way that this played out, because I wasn't ready, for real. Like, I was so nervous and just have been going through this season in my life. But I have loved this season that I have experienced with you guys so much. I'm not going to start crying because I'm going to be back, so it's fine. But I have really loved getting to know you guys, and you guys as well getting to know me. It is not easy to put yourself out there so easily like that. And I love the way that you guys have taught me vulnerability. As I step into this new season, I am still going to be working closely on how to keep these episodes alive and how to continue this beautiful thing that God gifted me, and just continuing the intimacy of him and I, so I can continue to spend that time with you guys. Y muchas gracias por estar conmigo hoy.
Comment
También
down
con
below,
Carmen.
me interrupting again, if you want to see episodes from college. That would be great.
That's actually
maybe lives or something, so we can kind of like
Just
seguir en contacto con ella.
something. Let me know. You guys know that I love you guys so much. This is like my iconic heart thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Ustedes saben que mis redes están en la descripción. And then thank you so much to my girl for coming today. You were a
You're very welcome.
lifesaver.
I enjoyed this time.
Lifesaver. But
Bye.
I will see you guys next time.